What up, tribe leader? How you doing? I'm doing good. Just had some food before starting the stream. I wanted to eat and all that stuff. Around 5 o'clock or so, could possibly do a Sea of Thieves stream without her. That's if he's up for it. It all depends on him. Making sure these lines are extra crispy before we start shading. That would be cool. Yeah. So instead of doing 35 chests this time, we'll do like 20 skulls, which I think would be fun. 25 skulls to do. It's the insane muffin sucker. What does that mean? What does muffin sucker mean? Is that like a Filipino thing or whatever? Also, hi, yeah, what up, goofball? I need to know what the meaning behind that is. Like, now. Oh. Those don't really rhyme. What up, Faradia, and what up, Marine? How you guys doing? What up, Ginger? I don't know, somebody said it in a comment section. I see. How's your day, Blender? It's going well. You have any wizard OCs? Technically, any male that uses magic is a wizard. Your newest short is animated smoothly? Thanks. I didn't really like how it turned out. I had to fight CapCut a lot to get they didn't have just like a simple sway motion, so I had to like pulse in and out for the swaying, which annoyed the fuck out of me. I was like, why isn't there just like a simple swaying left to right? Why does it have to go in and out too? CapCut is so laggy, I don't know why. Yeah. I really like your newest short. Thanks. Did you just start the stream? I did. I made a comment, am I right about it? I responded to you. Roxanne has never actually been in a proper relationship. She's just always kind of already been crazy. She's a Nephilim, so she's kind of like a zombie. She was already somewhat deranged. She just hides it real easily. Like, really, really well. Like, nobody for a while is able to tell what she does. She's a detective. Or at least she works for a detective agency. BRB, let me go watch it real quick. What up, Surflake, or Sir Tinder Snowflake, or whatever? Yeah, I don't really know any other free free editing softwares that don't leave a fucking like big ass watermark. Some of the things I've seen like leave like watermarks that are like the size of like most of the screen. So I also need one that doesn't restrict me on every single feature. I used to use Video Leap actually for all my editing. That's Fire Blunter, thanks. Yeah, I used to use Video Leap for all my editing. But then Video Leap kind of became really bad to use. It became ad littered. Um it just wasn't very good. Like it was upsetting when it kind of I use UCut. Let's see. The short is really cool. Thanks. At least some people like it. Like as long as you guys like it, it's okay. I didn't like how it turned out personally, but I put too much effort into it to throw it away. What up, Mint? Yeah, it has been a long time. What up, log phobia? That's a very strange phobia to have. I just need something that allows me to edit videos. Like, sorry for my absence. You're fine. Your drawings are getting better. Thanks. Also, 2K, congrats, bro. Yeah, the 2K mark was finally been hit. Roxanne is such an interesting character because, like, the way I've designed her is interesting. Like, she doesn't think like other people do. Everyone give a round of applause for Blunter hitting 2K. I hit 2K a few days ago. But I did talk about it and thank everyone in my newest video. What up, Buns? I wonder how something fits in those pockets. They're, I don't know, like you can slide a phone into the pockets. Maybe a crumpled up piece of paper. Just, I don't know, pockets expand. You remember me? Maybe. But Roxanne has legitimately just always kind of been insane. And the way she thinks. So you guys know what Undertale is, right? I feel like I don't have to ask that question, but I'm gonna ask that question for people who don't know what Undertale is. Okay. So for those of you that know what Undertale is, you know how Frisk speaks to herself, right? I'm gonna say her because I've always imagined Frisk to be a girl, or at least himself, or whatever, just them. You know how Frisk speaks to themselves, right? They always speak to themselves in like the third person. Like, you ate the pie, you feel invigorated, and all that stuff. Okay, that's kind of how Roxanne thinks. Roxanne always kind of thinks in like the third person. She sometimes speaks in the third person occasionally as well. Interesting. Winter, who's your favorite Pokemon? Gengar. If you got any more questions about Roxanne, do ask them. I like answering questions. She's a very interesting character to answer questions about because she's just really different from most of the other characters I've written. Like in Agony, she has her purpose, but she's got such like a weird dynamic. So if you ever feel confused, what's the inspiration behind her? Okay, so initially initially the concept was that she was a boy, and the code, this like the proper or the placeholder name that we had for her was Phantom, because initially the character was going to be a ghost, one of the 14 children of Odin. But that didn't exactly work anymore with how we had taken it. And Phantom kind of got shelved for a while. Eventually though, I kind of was like, let's rework Phantom. And I decided let's take him down the Nephilim route. But I also wanted there to be more of a gender balance between the 14, so I would have 7 men and 7 girls. And we turned Phantom into a girl named Roxanne, and that's the character you see now. And we still kind of kept like the necromancer undead shit, but I also decided to take her down the psychotic murderer path as well. Most of her cases um end up resulting in the murder of said suspect. But she also just like legitimately murders innocent people as well. She's a cannibal. She sometimes works on her own cases. Like she'll go right back to the crime scene where it's like, what's the thing? It's like the person was ripped apart, and she's like, oh well, we got a real sicko on our hands. Yeah, she actually was the one that did it. That's kind of gross. Yeah. To her, that's just like normal. She doesn't exactly value people. She kind of her value of people is like how good they would taste to her. Like that's like the way she thinks of people. She doesn't like legitimately value anyone. Her siblings, like Balder and stuff like that, she loves them, but she doesn't actually love them, if you know what I mean. Like she would feel hurt if they died. But she also doesn't mind hurting them herself. What up, El Trevor? How you doing? Like that's like how she like values people is like how good would you taste if she killed you, if she ate you? That's how she'd value you. And if you seem like you're somebody who wouldn't taste all that great, she doesn't value you much as a person. That said, if she values you too much, it's likely that you'll still die. It's likely that she will cannibalize you. Of course, when nobody's around and when she knows she won't be able to get caught. And yeah, she owns a gun. Everyone in school calls her autistic because they're being realistic. That's crazy. I got to go by RC, a tribe leader. Cannibalism. I'm good. Yeah. After one question. What's your question, old Trevor? A detective cannibal. Yeah. Are you adding lines for the shade? Yeah. That's what the lines are. No, she just has a really hairy body. That's a joke. Is her diet strictly human? Yes. She typically throws up whatever else she eats. Like, whenever her brother Thanatos cooks something, or, like, whenever one of them cooks something, she'll eat it, and then immediately afterwards, the second she gets alone, she'll throw it up. She doesn't like the taste of normal food. How did you want the Roxanne edit to turn out? I wanted okay, so initially I was gonna add her body because like I designed the head so that way I could put the body behind it, but afterwards CapCut like fucked me and didn't want me to put the body there. It wanted to put like a black square over it. Like I wanted her head to be swaying side to side with her body, and then when she kind of turns like insane, her outfit would change to her asylum outfit. And you see like Reggie maybe I'd add him as well, and her with her like little chainsaws because she uses dual chainsaw blades to murder people. They're hand built. She literally made them herself. But like I wanted it to turn out better, and I wanted to have her body in it and all that stuff, and I just it did not work out. I also just wanted simply her having like singing the words a little bit with the chainsaw, and the chainsaw effect fucking sucks. So, what up, Lacey fam? What up, Yata stash? Throw throws up. That's sad. When you're using lines for shading, cramp them up more at the edges. Okay. CapCut did you dirty, bro. Yeah, CapCut was like, you know what? You don't get to have access to like half these options. And if you want to look up these options, we're gonna give you the opposite of what you want. Like CapCut was like fucking with me. I need those pencils you use so badly. What up, Ligma? How you doing? How's that gonna work with 100 plus characters? Over time, characters die and new characters get introduced. Remember, I've said this repeatedly. Agony spans over like a century and a half. You know, I've said that like a few times now. What up, Nick? How you doing? Anyone got any other questions for about Roxanne? There's plenty to ask about her. Anyway, there's a little bonus to this Roxanne stream. I decided, because you can't have Roxanne without her perverted little flower friend. Because Roxanne, she's the emotionless. Well, she's not really emotionless. She just chooses to hide the insane psychopathic side of herself. How old is Roxanne, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, considering that Roxanne, like, depends on when you're asking. I would say, like, this time Roxanne's, like, in her 20s. Somewhere in her early 20s, like 21 or something like that. Does Roxanne beat up Reggie? No. Reggie's a flower. He's a flower created by Frankenstein that's, like, supposed to be, like, vampiric. Basically, a blood drainer. He's like a carnivorous plant. But he's also, like, really, 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 really perverted. Like, she doesn't seem to really care. In fact, she's quite possessive over Reggie. But Reggie himself is a perverted character. He also sounds like Tom Kenny in my head. He breaks her out of the insane asylum. Who's stronger, Roxanne or Reggie? Reggie. If she does not have her weapons, her chainsaws, Reggie can legitimately easily overpower her if he wants to. Anyway, so yeah, here's her in like her little detective outfit, you know. Thought maybe this would thought you guys maybe want to see her in her detective outfit. Dog, who is this? This is Roxanne. Her name is right there. Okay, that doesn't look actually all too bad in the dark. Why she got a Pixar mom body? All of my female characters have Pixar mom bodies, except for Janet. I remember you, Retro, I think. This feels like the terrible mouse thing all over again. What's the terrible mouse thing? What up, Danny boy? What if they were a child? Then they'd be built like a child. Very, very puntable. You could kick them across a football field. I have a child. Can you punt them like a football? Just drop kick the child. Dude, children are so annoying. Like, they scream, they shit, they cry for like no fucking reason half the time. They want things. Like, get out of here. Stop bothering me. Jokes along, very good drawing stuff. Yeah, thanks. She reminds me of Lorna from Terrible Mouse. What is Terrible Mouse? Anywho, here is Reggie, the perverted tiny flower. Well, actually, he's like a mass of vines. But like basically he can like seep his vine into your wound and just literally drain all your blood. They scream, they shit. I'm very constipated all the time actually. I take a shit every like 7 days. Terrible Minds is a horror TV series, 18 plus. All jokes aside, drawings are amazing. Thanks. I have no idea what Terrible Mouse is, but I'll have to give it a check out. Anyway, yeah, we got little freaky Reggie here. He's doing the, you know, long time back. Yeah, what up? Terrible Mouse is an interest. I will look at it. I will check it out after stream. Because now I'm curious, like, what the hell you guys are talking about. But yeah, Reggie does like actually have a character outside of that. Like, eventually, he like he's thoughtful, even though he is like really, really like horny all the time. Basically, he's also rather cruel to some people. He's like a new kid though. He has quite a mouth on him. But he's like very aware of things around him. He's like a really good puzzle solver, and he actually manages to solve a few of the puzzles that the gang can't figure it out. The good guys. He like actually manages like figure out a lot of things. He figures out exactly where his creator, Frankenstein is, because Frankenstein's a real bad guy in Agony. He's a real bad guy. Kind of freaky though, yeah. Really good show. I will check it out. There's a lot of gore and agony. If Roxanne does not give it away that there is a lot of gore and agony, I don't know what to say. I chewed through my headphone plastic and accidentally broke the wire. That was stupid. Why would you do that? What up, Dent? Who are the other characters? I'll show this off in a little while. I don't know. I just wanted to. I don't know what else to say to that. Anyone got any questions about Reggie or Roxanne? Does Reggie have a human form? No. He was literally made as a flower. He was made with the. He was literally made to be this way. Tasted good. That's crazy. You have any other characters? I have plenty of characters. Is Reggie short? Reggie is like, yeah, he's pretty short. So is Roxanne though. He makes fun of Roxanne's height a lot. Is Reggie a guy? Kind of, yeah. That's basically what he is. I mean, he has a male's voice, even if he is kind of squeaky. Like how short? Hmm. I'll have to think on that actually. Probably like depending. Like I need to think on like how to answer the question exactly. What would be something Roxanne catches him doing that he actually becomes embarrassed by? He's not embarrassed by hardly anything. Is he powerful? He uses like he can use blood magic, which blood magic is one of the more powerful magics in the show. So I mean, yeah, he's kind of strong because he can just spray people with blood and then light them on fire with it. So with blood flame or blood explosion them. Like he's got a lot. He drinks a lot of blood. You know, when he's with Roxanne, considering how Roxanne murders people, you know, he gets a lot of blood. So what's the whole lore to your story or whatever? You would die before I would finish it in this stream. You would age to like the age of 80. Call Flames, Rise of Grug. Yep. Okay, so I'm not really good. Initially, this was one genre like unibrow, but I'm not very good at conveying emotion with just one eyebrow. Like it looks so weird and it kind of looks like a second mouth. So I just did two to make it like more normal. Whenever he's got other expressions, I do his normal eyebrow. But for this expression, I didn't know how else to do it, so I just gave him two eyebrows. BRBR, I see, Goopal. Were you known as the art kid in school? I was known as the kid that drew big women in school. People also legitimately like paid me to make them artwork in school. Because I was well, I didn't have any filter. Eventually I got in trouble because they were like, "Why are you drawing big curvy women?" And I was like, "Well, it's better than drawing art and murdering people like some kids in this school." So, plus it's making me that moolah. I continued to do it even after they told me not to. I was like, fuck the teachers, dude. They weren't even helping me. Actually, eventually, my senior year, they did help me a lot. My senior year teachers, a lot of my teachers were really good. I don't know what I'm talking about, actually. But there were some substitutes that were pieces of shit. And a lot of the principals there were, like, really bad. But, like, my counselor, she was really nice. She helped me out with a lot of things and all that stuff, and, you know, they were good people. So, I don't mean to talk shit. They were really good people to me. Some teachers I didn't like, but some of them heard me out for everything I had to say. Jimmy the Potato. Is Reggie a narcissist? He looks like one. He is a narcissist, actually. Were the principals strict? No, they just didn't give a shit about the students. Anyway, any more questions about Reggie or Roxanne? I feel like there's like so many questions to be asked about Reggie specifically. Like it's not every day you hear that somebody has a character who's a perverted flower, a blood drinking perverted flower. So what are your top 10 characters? That's enough. That's a tough one. Why'd you give him a flower design? Because I like flowers and I wanted him to be like kind of like one of those. Initially, my initial concept of him, he was kind of like a rose that had like a mouth in the center. Like that one kaiju from Godzilla. But I didn't like that design. I then tried to make him into like a Venus flytrap, which I didn't like either. Like I was gonna make him like Carnivine, the Pokemon. But I didn't like that either, so I kind of took inspiration. My inspiration is not actually Flowey. I did use Flowey for this design, but my inspiration for his like overall personality is Wheelie from Transformers. If you know Transformers 2, then you know who Wheelie is. He's in a few of the Transformers movies. He's really, really funny. Ah, you crazy, you stupid bitch! That was my eye! What up, M Craze? How you doing? Damn, a Venus flytrap would have really fit. I mean, maybe. Kind of reminds me of Carnation. Carnation? What is Carnation? I don't know why I did him first when I should have done Roxanne here first, but we'll figure it out. Have you watched Analog Horrors? I know what Analog Horrors are, yeah. Is he black? His vines are gray in color. If you join the Discord, I'll post a picture of what Reggie actually looks like. Like his color scheme. I've been told his color scheme is very interesting. So he's like gray in color, but his petals are like red. Like a coral red. What's the Discord or your profile? So if you want to join the channel Discord, you go to my community post and you scroll down and you'll find the link to the Discord. Has Reggie committed cannibalism? Like on other flowers? No, he doesn't like other flowers, but he has like drinking the blood of people before. It's kind of like his whole purpose is to gather blood. He can also give the blood to other people, so like he can use blood healing, like blood dart and all that stuff, or blood arrow, whatever we decided to call it. Blood bolt, that's what we called it. So he can heal other people with it and like give them blood they need because he can convert blood into like I think like O negative is the one that everyone can use. Basically, he was designed as like a combat medic, but he also, is quite pervy. And when I say pervy, I mean like he is really pervy. However, he seems to only like Roxanne. He does not like any other like woman, but he does comment on women a lot. He may be slightly sexist. Or womanizer. No, he's not a sexist, he's a womanizer is what he is. So he can be like transfusion? Yeah, basically. Okay, I'm gonna join, come back. Yeah, you won't be able to chat immediately. It's peak. So what's the other characters? Are like other humans? There are all sorts of species in Agony. If you want to know more about them, go check out other streams like that. I'll give a brief explanation of some of these characters. I'll just show them off. But I'm not going to be answering questions about them since this stream is strictly on Roxanne and Reggie. I should have put Reggie in the title. People would have loved Reggie. People love Reggie for some reason, even though I told him he's kind of a pervert. Hunter, one question. What's the question? Reggie just got the vibes. If you were sent to Mars to populate the planet, who would you choose to take? I don't know. That's like such a weird question to ask. Like, how do I answer that question? You didn't give me enough to work off of. I joined the Discord. All right, I'll give you the permission to talk when I'm after stream. But like, I just joined. This is scary. My name is Dint with stars and stuff. All right. This is Reggie, the perverted flower. Blood drinking, cannibalistic, perverted flower. Vampiric flower. Why didn't I use vampire sunflower from PvZ Garden Warfare 2? Wait, you have a Discord? Yeah. I got a channel Discord. It's in my community post. If you scroll down my community post, you'll find it. I'm going to repost that link very soon. I really should post that link. Give us more information about Reggie. Reggie was created by Frankenstein. He was one of Frankenstein's best creations. He portrays Frankenstein because, simply put, he finds Roxanne really attractive. My creator, the person that trained me, that taught me how to speak, that fathered me, made me other weird creatures that were my siblings and all stuff. I'm gonna betray my father and the entirety lineage or whatever he created me and all the other ones because I like Roxanne. Why Roxanne? Because he was sent to gather Roxanne's regenerative blood. Roxanne has a passive ability that allows her to regenerate blood or regenerate really fast from like seriously fatal injuries. So he was sent to gather some of her blood, and when he laid eyes on her, he was like, "Damn, she's hot." Father, brother, sisters, I am sorry, but I got. Yep, that's basically what he was like. So yeah, actually, he just never returned. He like never went back. He never even looked back. He just kind of like he liked Roxanne so much, he helped her break out of the insane asylum she was in because she gets put into an insane asylum instead of being killed. And that's purely because the person who was sent to go get her bounty, because they didn't know that she was the bounty, they just knew that there was a murderer, so the bounty was to catch the murderer. Is he easily killable? With fire. Fire is something he is like really scared of. He's a plant, after all. I mean, he literally is a plant. Why did she get out of the out in the asylum? What you need to like ask that again. That is that tossed me through a ringer. Why did she get in an asylum? Because she was chainsawing, murdering, eating people. She's like actually insane. Why is that? How is that such a hard concept to understand? Usually, the bounty hunter is allowed to tell them what to do, and the bounty hunter that went after her put her in an insane asylum. But with with Reggie's help, she breaks out of that asylum. Cannibal meets cannibal, basically. Well, psycho, insane, murderer, cannibal meets perverted cannibal, kind of thing. Is Reggie a minor? I mean, it's really hard to say because he's a plant, but he legitimately sounds like an adult. He sounds like Tom Kenny. If you don't know who Tom Kenny is, that's SpongeBob's voice actor. But he's also legitimately a plant. Does she hate him or like love him? It's kind of complicated because she doesn't exactly know how to feel about him because he's always like constantly like he's legitimately just groping her a lot of the time. But they're kind of partners in crime considering she can't just like go back to her family because when her family found out she was murdering people, they were also like, you need to get a little bit of help because the ACR doesn't do things with like that. They don't kill people. But she was legitimately happily murdering people and eating them on top of that. So I'm gonna say this right now. No, a weed whacker does not work on him. For some reason, I get kind of like the Harley Quinn and Joker. It's kind of like Harley Quinn and Joker, kind of. How old is he in plant years? I mean, he's technically an adult, but like he's like legitimately like only 3 or 4 years old. He's an experiment, What do you expect? He was literally planted as a seed. The seed was experimented on. He was planted as a seed. He bloomed. He was watered. He bloomed. He's watered with blood, mind you, not with like actual water. He grew into a sprout, a bud, and then like eventually a fully matured flower. Once he was able to leave the pot, like maneuver his way out of the pot, then yeah. Oh my god, it's really funny just hearing him scream or saying stuff like that voice. Yeah. But it's Roxanne. But Roxanne is a Joker and Reggie is Harley. Kind of, but like it's kind of the other way around. That's such a that what? Faraday asked if he's hard to whose vines raise up. No. That's crazy. Did he come out of the Stranger Things tales of 85 or something? No. He's not like a Demogorgon. I didn't say anything. What did I say? I I can see that message. I can see that message, dude. Can you put on music like song? No, I don't risk putting on any music. I've never even seen. I don't really know anything about Stranger Things. I don't like Stranger Things. The only thing I liked about Stranger Things was its theme song because I thought it was really funny seeing all the memes. Sometimes I pick my hair out with my teeth. I did not want to know that. Anywho, um, I'm gonna make him say something really sus here. Actually, for those of you who can't see, I'm making this like little. I'm gonna make him say something really sus. I got a little Pokemon, Batman. If I jump off my balcony, please don't do that. Do you post any lore vids or you just go live? I talk about the characters a lot in my live. Wait, does Reggie ever ride on her shoulder? He does. He like legit. He like wraps around her and everything like that. He's like always clings to her. And while he's clinging to her, he's like just rubbing her a lot. Like I said, he's like really pervy. I'm definitely making fan art for this. I would not recommend it, but sure. Yeah, so his petals are red and his vines are green and his face is kind of like yellow, like a really faded yellow. You can find color reference of Roxanne on my channel, so good drawing. Do you want to see Reggie on her shoulder? Do you guys want to see that? Because I've drawn that. Did the sanguinaire, herba venusaur, venosa, non-con, someone like her? Someone? Or what? Aw. I don't know, but we're siblings. What? He's glue? Basically. Wait, what if during the winter, when it's like super cold, does he become like a scarf around her? So they both can get warm? Kind of, yeah. Is Reggie her only friend? Yeah, basically, he's like the only one that understands her because he also doesn't value people properly. Is he like a dead flower? Kind of. I have a cute design for Reggie with Hello Kitty ears. I'm gonna make him say something really, really suspicious. He also just calls her Rox a lot of the time. Or he just reading it late. Reggie is her only. Yeah, Reggie is like her only friend. He's the only one that really understands her. Don't do it. Can't get enough of you. What did I just scroll down to? You scrolled down onto my channel. Keep scrolling if you don't want to be here. Look, he just does. He has one eye. Yeah, he has one. How long have you been looking at this one right here or this one and realize, you know what? I think he has one eye. Wait, come the fuck on. Okay, that one I gotta slide you for, boy. I gotta slide you. You know, like her beast, his beast name. You know, sanguinaire, vampire, herba, venusaur, dangerous plant. No, oh, I don't know scientific terms. He's missing his pupil. His pupil's right here and here. You're just not looking in the right spot. His pupil is like right here. Might just be schizophrenic. I actually legitimately am schizophrenic, so don't make jokes about that stuff. Since Frankenstein is like a European or Eastern Europe, I think. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I think it's what, yeah, he would call Reggie. I think he'd call him by his scientific terms. I think that's what he would most likely call him. But the lowest one doesn't have one. Because his eye is closed. Okay, yes. Oh wait, his eye his eye is closed. Yeah. To be honest, I thought that was a mouth when I first got on. What experiment number is he? How old is Roxanne? Roxanne is like 21. In this, I'd say maybe she's like 22, 23. He looks awfully cute. He's a pervert. Let that change your judgment there. Just let that sink in. You know, I should like draw a sink, and then every time I say that, I just like flip to that page. Let that sink in. How are they gonna have kids? Probably not gonna actually have kids. He's both attached literally and figuratively to Roxanne. Yeah. He looks really cute because he's a flower. Ungoonable art style, bruh. What do you mean ungoonable? Ungoonable means like you can't. He is slowly becoming Roxanne. What do you mean he's slowly becoming Roxanne? Hard watch? What does hard watch mean? Speak. Perverts can't be cute. Oh wait, oof. That does not sound. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Terrible snowflake or Tinder snowflake. There you go. Ooh. Doesn't sound right to say it loud now, does it? Here, let me real quick find that other Roxanne drawing. Because I have another one in here where he's kind of like on her shoulder. Should I make more Roxanne stuff? Do you guys like Roxanne enough? Hold on, I'm searching for it. It's a big book and it's full of stuff, so. Ahem. Let me say he looks cute, but he acts not cute. Yeah. What does sight mean? What do you mean? Another drawing? Yeah, I'm gonna show off another Roxanne drawing. If I can find this son of a bitch. I mean, Roxanne's gonna be like right here in the beginning, right? I'm looking. There's a lot of things to look through. There's Rook. There's that. Blue. Nuket. Chester. Jericho. Arthur. There's Roxanne. I found her, guys. Don't worry. Went through my 2020 sketchbook recently. Saw a bunch of Benny and Song drawings. So that's cool. I like to always look back through some of my old stuff. Here's the other one where he's kind of like wrapped on her. You'll find it eventually. I found it. Don't worry. What's up, Millie Kitty? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yo, Jesus died for you. Okay. Don't bring the fucking, like, I get it. Jesus loves you and all stuff, but I don't need that told to me every single stream. It gets a little stale when it gets told to you every single time you stream. Like, I'm not hating on your religion, but I really would like if people just stop saying it over and over and over and over again. Anyway, yeah, so here's Roxanne with Reggie on kind of like her back, like a backpack. This is Blunter. Yo, what's up? Me. What's up? It's me, not Ash. How you doing? Roxanne be like, we really doing this, Reggie? Yeah, he's like holding her hand and everything. Won't be here long. I gotta go to school. All right. The only problem I have is that Reggie isn't more gropey. That's a crazy thing to read. That's a crazy thing to read. I thought I said something sus. Nope. Reggie be like, absolutely my Milky Way milkshake. Most of us do that because we do it out of love because he really does love you. Okay, but do you say that to everyone? Gonna go now see ya. All right, see ya, not Ash. How you doing? Or see ya, not Ash. See you later. By the way, I love your drawings. Thanks. I like Reggie's design. Yeah. Have his little petal marks here. I forgot to do that on this one. Wait, what? How you literally said he was a pervert and he has multiple thick vines? What? Info, unfortunately. Okay, what info do you want? Ask questions. Yeah, it's like tentacles, kind of. The vines act exactly like tentacles. How he's able to move around. He moves around like a squid. Jesus does love you, but the art in his choice is but the art is his choice and body doesn't matter. Either know where the Bible it said, even though where the Bible it says drawing is a sin. I like spreading the Bible too, but here is every stream. But he hear every stream. Okay. Can he dance? I mean, not really. Did you know that Reggie is a flower? That's crazy. Sorry, autocorrect hates me. I'm scared. Then keep going. Ask questions if you really need to. You'll find out soon enough when I draw fan art of them. Okay. Dog, I need to fix my grammar. A lot of you need to fix your grammar. It's hard to read this shit. What you mean drawing is a sin? I don't know. I really hate when people come in here and be like, they need to like spread their thing and tell me that whatever I do is a fucking sin or against God. And it's like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to hell anyway just for breathing. Too scared to watch? Okay, then go. Can you draw a line? I'm not taking requests. Wait, has he tried to do like a symbiote venom thing with Roxanne? Like, explain. You need to explain that further. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. I might to say to that person, that drawing is not a sin. I meant to say to that person that drawing is not a sin. Oh. Do you prefer men or women drawings? It depends on how I feel in the day. Just depends on what hits me. Like, if I want to draw Davy, I want to draw Davy. If I want to draw Rhetoric, I want to draw Rhetoric. But if I want to draw Roxanne, I'll draw Roxanne and stuff like that. Like, it just depends on how I feel. Depends on what character I want to think about that day. And today, Roxanne was the thing I thought of. I heard a song, I thought of Roxanne while hearing the song, and I made a thing about Roxanne. Like, he tried to become an outer suit, armor, vines, give her more durability. I mean, kind of, actually. There is a point where she's, like, wearing nothing, and he, like, wraps around her. What does Reggie smell like? A sunflower or, like, strong grassy smell? He smells like blood. Like, the smell of blood. So he kind of smells like a metallic... He also smells like death. Like a dead, rotting corpse a lot of the time. Draw what you want. Just keeping me... Drawing is not a sin, but my grammar keeps making it worse. I see. Why is she kind of what? Who is that? This is Roxanne and Reggie. Roxanne, Reggie. Roxanne, Reggie. Copper or iron? Iron. What blood type? Any blood type. Doesn't matter. He can siphon it and turn it into other blood types. Do you prefer cats or dogs? I prefer cats. Well, actually, I kind of prefer dogs more, but like I like cats too because cats are funny. She's pretty. She might be my new favorite. What up, Striker Daydream? She's very thick. Yeah. What about E-type? Type E? That's not even a blood type. I like this duo. Blood and blood. Yeah. So your art looks very clean. I low-key like it. Weirdly. Thanks, EZM. Or EMZ. Art aside, have you heard of sales mode activated? What? Does he go blah blah blah? No. What else have you drawn? We got things. We got things. Oh, we got things. Oh, we got things. Oh, we got things. We got things. We got things. Oh, we got things. Oh, we got things. Yes, we got a lot of stuff. I don't really want to go through and show every single drawing. I do that every stream. Wait, so did Reggie find out about Roxanne and then broke her out? And he broke her out in the asylum because he thought she was fine? Okay, so here's how it went. He was given the task to go get Roxanne because he was supposed to kill Roxanne and drain her of her blood. He was going to do that. When he got to the asylum, he crawled in through her window and he saw her. He likes her curves. And in that moment, did something. He just kind of, was like, you know what? Fuck you, creator. Got me a fine piece of ass. Yeah. Her curves, very seen. Reggie has a valid point, though. Not gonna lie. Like, Reggie makes snark comments about her. Bro was sent to kill her and I actually went, fuck that. She low-key a baddie. I mean, yeah, she's just as sadistic and murderous as him. They both drink blood. They both basically eat people. It was a match made in heaven. Maple the Mask Maker got a fire profile picture. It's just them winking at the camera, I think. I don't know. What does Reggie eat/drink except blood? Do you really want to know? that's the question. Do you really want to know? Yo, happy horse with the horse profile picture. That's a dub. Perfect match, W Reggie. What drawing is that? This is Reggie and Roxanne. Roxanne, Reggie. He eats ass. Let me just flip back to this page real quick, and I'll just look at what do you think he's asking here? Basically, he forcefully pumps blood into her. He also just kind of like squeezes her a lot. So yeah, that's kind of why she actually legitimately gets bigger. It's why she doesn't grow any taller. He also makes a lot of fun of her height. I don't know. I want you to tell me. I'm going to let you figure it out. Forcefully pumps blood into her, he says. Yeah? Don't start that brain rot shit. Have they done the boom bite? Boom behaya? What do you think? That's the most wildest thing I've heard all day. Dude, Happy Horse, you haven't even read half the shit this chat has said. There is some shit that has made me get whiplash. Really gotta talk to me? Freaky ass flower, I love him. Is freaky Reggie. If you don't know what he means by can I just get a taste? I'm not gonna tell you. It's for your own thing to figure it out. What's the flower's backstory slash parents? He was created by Dr. Frankenstein. I've explained this a few times. He was created by Doc. I'm gonna ban that guy. Adapum. Just gonna ban that guy. I don't like brain rot, and I really fucking hate when people sit here and go tung tung sahur, tung 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 sahur over and over and over and over and over again. Fucking brain dead child. What do you think, Happy Horse? What do you think? Think I get annoyed at people who do that shit? Dude, my chat, we banned some of those words. Like a lot of the brain rot terms, we banned them completely. Oh, I get it. I'm concerned of myself. Yeah. I got kicked out of my sport class because I was signing down to the bone at full volume. Oh, singing down to the bone. Down to the bone. That's crazy. He looks like a flower, but he's like a pineapple? No. What? Where did that come from? Because of your RL sub? Yo, thanks. It means a lot. You're really talented. When I don't make something sus and I actually decide to lock the fuck in, you can find a lot of my artwork where I decide, you know what, it's time to lock in and make something. Like my rhetoric drawing. I'm very proud of that. That was 4 hours of making that, by the way. I used Thrag as reference for it. Does Reggie crawl on the floor like a spider, kind of? Something like that. He kind of just moves as a mass of vines. I hope that comment doesn't mean what I think it means. What do you mean by pineapple? Does the woman move with those bombs? I mean, what do you think? Alright, I'm gonna eat some food. Bye, twin. Alright, see you, Mabel. Madel. How hungry? I had to. Your profile was a horse. I literally had to. Or is Reggie a lamp? I'm not gonna answer these dumb fucking questions. Dude, your art is actually peak, bro. I love hopping on the lives to see what you're working on and show off at the moment. Yeah, today is Roxy and initially I was doing a new cat, but nobody likes a new cat. Everyone hates a new cat. Everyone don't like the fishy. So together or some or are they just a team? I'm kind of slow. They're kind of together. They're kind of not. What kind of death do you think Roxy and Reggie have coming for them? Surely their actions have repercussions, or have they not thought about that? Or have you not thought about that, or do you keep it a secret? What death sentence do you think they would get if they got caught? In the unlikelihood that they would, they are really dangerous. Help, I went to your channel. No, just every female is just curvy. It's just the fact that he makes her more curvy. Reggie. Well, I'm gonna have to go. I have to make up some concepts of my two new OCs, but I did have fun. All right. Sounds good. Reggie is kind of a hear me out. Yeah. Okay. Next page. There's nothing on the next page. There's this one. Okay, and then there's this page with this Roxanne. I think they'd be burned if they were caught. Probably. What up, Claire? Sorry I haven't been here in a while. You're not forced to. You just stop by whenever you feel like it. Fa. Just finished drawing the fan art. Tag me. I'll check it out. Roxanne be eating those clothes? Not really. I'll post it tomorrow. Why tomorrow? You got me curious. Future idea, you should design what their kid would look like. I don't think it's possible for Roxanne to have a kid with a flower. I want to go live so bad. You need 50 subscribers to go live. I'm going to put Roxanne in my Tamagotchi life. If you do, tag me. I'd like to see it. No, that's insane. You're really good at drawing, but you can make some human drawings without all the curves. I'm sorry. It's just the way I draw. It's always possible. We're a really small channel. Just do stuff to get some subscribers. I'll show on Discord then. All right. You can always personally message me if you feel like you don't want to share the artwork between everyone else. I'll check it out, though, still. But that does not continuously mean continuously message me. If you just want to show me something or you have something to report to me, you either text me or one of the mods about your problems, and we'll take care of the problems in the server. Like, if somebody's harassing you, come to me or to Outer and be like, hey, this person's harassing me. Show us some proof, and we'll deal with it. But, like, otherwise that, don't message me personally unless you want to, show me something. It's not that easy. I did it. I did it. Here I am at 2,000 subscribers. I managed to do it. Like, we had this incident where somebody was harassing people, a lot of people, and nobody told us for some reason, but he was literally harassing people over and over again, and he continuously messaged me like we were best friends. I didn't know who this guy was. I just knew he was one of my viewers. But and I told him, stop messaging me. Stop DMing me all these weird things you keep telling me about. Like, he told me some of his deepest, darkest secrets, which I did not want to know. I did not want to know his personal life. It was okay if he showed me, like, a piece of artwork he made for me. That was fine. Some people do that on the server. But do not Do not tell me your deepest, darkest secrets about how you want to do something to somebody. That's not okay. Do not harass people. That's not okay. Especially on my server. We take care of that shit if we get told about it. I'm playing another post for today. All right. Post every day and make a new mask and different art. I get like 20 views. Where do you think I was in the beginning? What up, silly doodles? I'm back. What up, Ginger? You just gotta keep at it. I uploaded every day for a year and only got like 300 subscribers off of it. Every day for a year. And now I've been streaming for like 4 months, 5 months, and I've gotten over 1,000. I've gotten over 2,000. I didn't even start streaming until January. I'm making a goth fairy right now. All right, sounds cool. I have a different channel. It's 200 subs, but I can't log on to it anymore on my phone. I'm sorry to hear that. Blunter, what did I miss? Nothing. In fact, I'm going to post it right now. All right. If I see it, I'll check it out. If you guys want to show me artwork, you can either show me on Discord or you can always tag me on YouTube. Oh, he's freaky? Yes. Whew. Any more questions about Roxanne or Reggie? Any more questions? Where do they live? They live on a different planet, trust me. I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm not going to go into the Crucible, but they just live on a place called the Crucible. All right. Well, if that's everything, I'm going to wrap up stream now. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. And maybe later, sometime within the next few hours, maybe I'll do a CFD stream without her. We'll do some CFDs. So, I will see you guys later. Unless anyone wants to ask any last minute questions, I'll give you 30 seconds. But after that, I'm going to end stream and go make me some hot chocolate. With some ice cream, too. Get the double whammy combo. So 15 more seconds. About 20 more seconds, actually. Or 10. What does Roxanne call Reggie? She just calls him Reggie. Like, Reggie calls her Rox or Roxanne, but she just calls him Reggie. I'll make some more Roxanne art later. Maybe even some Discord exclusive. Anywho, I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.